I wanted to share with you today something that I was really looking forward to, something that has really helped me a great deal. And that is, I had some specialized training here at my place put on by a man named Budleski. The scope of his training went over the FRA and hazardous materials regulations compliance. And it included going over the 49 CFR Code of Federal Regulations and the parts that apply to that, how the FRA applies it, how they interpret it, what they look for, all other stuff. And federal regulations are a big weak spot for me. I freely admit my ignorance. I freely admit I can get lost in it. In Budleski, we're gonna put a link in the bottom of the description there of his personal email address. I'm not going to put in the rest of the information, but if you're interested in this training, Alan travels anywhere. I asked him specifically, I said, how far will you go to travel? He says he'll go anywhere, including Alaska. Alan spent more than 20 years as a railroad conductor, engineer, and he retired after 21 years of being an FRA supervisor. In fact, my current FRA inspector, Alan, used to be his boss, and Alan helped train him. So Alan knew me through reports and other things, and so he reached out to me and explained everything that went on. The training takes an entire day. He was here for a total of 9 hours. We did, he said it takes about 6 hours normally for the course to do in the office. He's got a few hundred slides that he shows, that he goes over. And then the nice thing is when it's done, there's actually 3 aspects. The best was, or one of the best parts was the in-office training and all the slideshows, and Alan walks you through the codes. And every time we had questions, he'd say, well, let's look it up. And he would help us go through that code. I've got it here. I should have had it staged better. I just now remembered this. I've got a hard copy. I got this from Amazon. It's 49 CFR parts 100 through 185. I just checked it today. If you get this same book from Amazon, it's $40. So if you want to print out. Alan has the nicer version that he gets straight from another printing house. And he brought copies of them to share so we could have them all be referencing from the same point. But Alan said everything that's in this one is what's in the books that he brings over. So fortunately, I had good copy. Something else, that he points out and that helped me out a lot, and it may help you out even more than having a hard copy, and that's to go to ecfr.gov. And when you punch that in, you'll come to another line on there. It says the Code of Federal Regulations is the website. And there's a line that says go to CFR reference. Well, if you type in 49 CFR, it'll pop up everything with 49 CFR. And then you go down to subtitle B, and it is sections 100 through 199. Download it, save it, reference it, whatever. That's if you don't want a hard copy, that's a really great way to go and have access to those regulations. But Alan helped me tremendous. It is hands down the best training of this type I have ever had in my life. It was fantastic. Can't emphasize that enough. Another thing Alan offers is if you want, you can give him a copy of your standard operating procedures, and he will review them for FRA and hazardous materials regulations compliance. And if there's any areas, he'll mention, make notes of it, bring it to your attention. That way you can address it. It helped out a lot. A lot of things I had right, some things I didn't. But it was really nice to have an outsider come in and review that, because, of course, just like you, have to update and review my standard operating procedures at least once a year. Another thing out that, like I said, I should have had this staged a little better. He'll leave a binder with your certificate of training inside there, and then it's a recap, a synopsis of all the office training that he did. So what I'm doing, since I had my training done, this gets filed right next to my FRA binder, so that next time my inspector shows up, I can hand him that along with my regular binder. And then the third thing that Alan did is he prefers to do his training on site where your cars are. And so we went outside and we just walked the cars. Again, we just went over initial ground inspection, top of car inspection, and just as we were out there touching things, looking at things, going over things, explaining why I have written in my SOPs and what I don't have written. And then, he gets to share. It was great. It was really great. I found it incredibly beneficial. And I say that to bring it to you. If you're interested in that kind of training, I strongly encourage you to send an email to Alan, and he can forward you. He forwarded me 3 attachments, and those 3 attachments gave a breakdown of a background of him, his professional experience and training, and then it gives a breakdown. The other 2 were about what the course would cover. So, offering it out there to you, I really think it would, or let's put it this way, I don't know you. Your stuff is probably better than mine. I make no bones about the fact that my stuff always needs work. But if it's anything you'd be interested in, you or your company, Alan trains from small little places like mine up to major corporations. So wherever you fall in there, if you're interested in it, please send Alan an email. I'm not getting anything from it. This is just one person that, God help, throwing it out there. And if you need help, Alan has proven to be the best resource I've been able to get in touch with. So I hope this helps. Thank you.